Oh, the noise is fading fast. Your presence takes the room. Every fear I had is past, as my heart makes space for you. I won't run, I won't hide. I'm open wide tonight. Holy atmosphere falls on me, like a wave I cannot see. God, you're closer than the air I breathe, and I'm lost in glory. Let it fall, till I feel nothing at all. But your love, but your fire, lifting me up higher. Holy atmosphere falls on me. Now I am finally free. God, I give you all of me in this holy atmosphere.
In the middle of the grind, I almost gave up. But something unseen kept telling me, keep going, son. In the darkest street, I saw a promise glow. When everything stopped, he made a way I didn't know. Heart felt heavy, like wet concrete. But God wrote a future where I saw defeat. I came from a place where dreams caused pain, empty fridge nights, but we still prayed his name. Mama whispered prayers so the tears stayed quiet, while I tried to be strong, fighting silent riots. Every fall taught lessons I couldn't ignore. Every scar had purpose I ain't seen before. I was ready to quit, throw it all in the air, but I heard a voice say, I'm right here.
When I thought that was the end of my road,
He showed me paths I never chose.
what I call delay in my life.
Was protection I didn't recognize.
It was never luck,
It was grace from above. When I fell down,
it was lifted by love.
in the chaos,
In the chaos,
yeah, he saw me through
picked me up.
when nobody else would do.
It was never luck,
It was great,
it was grace all along.
even Lord,
He's alone.
he was guiding me on. If I'm standing now,
It's not by me,
it's God.
it's God rewriting
My story free. yeah.
On the streets I learn not every smile is peace. Some close to you don't wanna see you release, but God covered me from envy and lies. Gave me vision way beyond my eyes. Closed doors turned into direction. Every no became protection. Pain I felt was preparation. Now I I see the transformation. It wasn't punishment, it refined my soul. God shaping pressure into something whole. Now I walk steady, I don't feel the fall, 'cause the one who holds me won't drop me at all.
It was never love,
It was grace from above. When I fell down,
it was lifted by love.
in the chaos, yeah,
In the chaos,
yeah, he saw me through
picked me up.
when nobody else would do.
It was never love,
It was grace all along, even lost.
he was guiding me on.
If I'm standing now,
It's not by me,
it's God.
it's God rewriting
My story free. I remember nights with no reply, heavy silence, just me and the sky. But even quiet, he was there, holding me up without me aware. If I breathed it,
was his care.
if I stayed it, it was his prayer. It was all his plan. He pulled me out with his own hand, turned my pain into testimony, made my loss rewrite my story.
It was never love,
It was grace inside, pulled me out from where I'd hide. Now I know I'm not alone. God was there all along.
it was never love.
It was never love. It was God.
It was never love.
Yeah. It was God. And if I made it this far, it's only 'cause he never let me go. Hid my flaws like secrets in a drawer, but God read every line I tried to ignore. In the mirror, I saw mistakes stacked high, like unpaid debts I kept inside. Tried to look whole on the outside frame, but inside I was fractured, stripped of name. I was raised thinking I had to be clean, but nobody taught me what broken means. So I kept it buried deep in my chest. Pain weighs heavy when it's unconfessed. Smiles rehearsed, emotions locked. Every cry for help got blocked. I got lost trying to play the strong role, almost traded truth just to feel in control. And when I fell with no one around, no applause, just echoing sound of everything I tried to deny. But God was there before my goodbye.
He touched the places no one would face.
Saw the beauty,
I tried to erase.
my pain became a meeting ground.
My scars turned into
Holy ground. He didn't love me when I
was right.
He met me deep in my worst night. If I breathe with
Peace inside,
pride, it's 'cause he
stayed when
I tried to hide. I watched people leave for far less pain, watched promises break again and again, but he stayed when I had no excuse. Sat beside me in my worst truth. No rush, no blame, no raised voice, just presence giving me back my choice. What I thought was empty space was God rebuilding me with grace.
he touched the places no one would face.
Saw the beauty,
I tried to erase.
my pain became a meeting ground.
My scars turned into holy ground.
He didn't love me when I
Was right.
He met me deep in my worst
Night.
If I breathe with peace
Inside,
inside, it's 'cause he
stayed when
I tried to hide. If I haven't perfect
where I first saw you.
He touched the places no one would face.
Turned my ruin
into a place of grace.
My shame don't live here anymore. He called my name
From the floor. He didn't leave when I let go.
Didn't turn back
When I fell low.
Now I sing that
'Cause I won.
because he stayed when I came undone.
Grace in the sky.
Grace in the sky. That's where God chose to stay. God's hand reached out, His darkness fell. Jesus lifted me from the ache of hell. Your mercy poured like rain on barren ground. In your love my hope is safely found.
Jesus,
Your grace breaks every chain. God, your faithfulness washes over the pain.
lift me higher.
Let your arms surround with every breath.
Your love resounds.
God, you whisper in the silence deep.
Jesus,
Jesus, your promise keeps my heart to keep. Oh, your redemption paints the sky in light. In your presence, I take my flight. God, your covenant stands firm and true.
Jesus,
You forgive, I believe anew. Your faithfulness, a steady flame,
guides me through
every storm and night.
Jesus,
Your grace breaks every chain. God, your faithfulness washes over the pain. Oh,
lift me higher.
let your arms surround with every breath. Your love resounds.
request.
Jesus broke the iron bars of my heart. Justice poured from his hands, a brand new start. His mercy drips like morning dew, turning broken pieces into something true. Jesus, oh Jesus, lift us higher in every storm. In every storm, your fire, our choir, your grace, a tide that lifts the weak. We shout, Jesus, in your victory we speak.
Jesus walked through fire, stepped over sin. The darkness fled, and the dawn did begin. His love fills the valleys, crowns the hills, a living song that forever thrills. Jesus, in the silence of my night, you paint the stars with holy light. The weight of shame, you set me free. The triumph echoes in every beat of me. Jesus, oh Jesus, lift us higher. In every storm you'll find. In every storm, your fire, our choir, your grace, a tide that lifts the weak. We shout, Jesus, in your victory we Jesus, the crown of every song. With praise we walk. With praise we walk where you belong. All glory, love, and victory, forever yours, Lord Jesus, eternally.
God, you lifted my shadowed heart, washing old scars with hope anew. Soft piano keening choir cries, your grace, my breath, my day's bright hue. God, from broken stones you forge a path that glows with promises fire. I stand in awe of your
that blows the winter's chill, turns frost to blossom, doubt to trust. Your hands, a gentle unseen will, repaint the starry sky above us. Guide, walk beneath your gentle hand. Each step a testament to grace. You turn the valley's sorrowland into a place where love takes place. God, the echo of your promise rings in every heart of fire reborn. May I, through hope, forever sing that in your light I am newly sworn. God, you rise like sunrise over still water. Your promise glows brighter than the morning star. When barren fields feel empty, you bring renewal. Your breath turns cracked earth into green again. God, hear the quiet prayers that lift to clouds. Your song pours like rains on faces turned to you. God, we lift our heads, we shout your name. In the fire of your promise, we find our claim. Hope burns in our hearts, forever new. We stand together in light of your truth. God has set the barren earth to bloom. God's fire lights the cold crevices of the heart. God lifts the chains that once held in shadow. God's promise rings louder than the storm. Shouting with the choir, we lift God's name. Victory ringing through the clouds of doubt. Bold as thunder, God's grace breaks every chain. An anthem born from the love that's found. Oh, God paced the morning with a golden tide. God's mercy pours like rain on trembling skin. God turns the sorrow of the night to pride. God's love, the river that runs within. God's triumph in the silence, the quiet roar. A fortress standing when the world shakes. God's song, the compass guiding us to shore. A hymn of hope that never breaks. Shouting with the choir, we lift God's name. We lift God's name. Victory ringing, victory through the clouds of doubt. Bold as thunder, God's grace breaks every chain. An anthem born from the love that's found. God's glory fills the air, forever heard in the choir's chords. We find our worth. Jesus, the first light in my dawn. Your breath lifts shadows from my worn soul. Jesus, the quiet song and trembling wind. Your promise whispers, release, I will mend. Jesus, hear my heart's raw hymn. You are the song that fills the void. Jesus, your grace pours like river storm. that holds the broken. Your touch turns stone to soft moss beneath. Jesus, the pause between heartbeats that heals. You weave courage through my cracked prayers. Jesus, your presence rewrites my weary script. Where once was loss, you plant new petals of trust. Jesus, every tear you catch, a promise kept. The dawn of my hope brightens in your light. Jesus, hear my heart's raw hymn. You are the song that fills the void. Jesus, your grace pours like a river stone. I rise, I breathe, I sing in you. Jesus, your name is the candle's flame at night. Your love forever keeps my spirit in flight.
Jesus, you are the sunrise that cracks the night. You paint my broken heart with colors bright. In the hush of shadows, you lift my trembling soul. You turn my stumbling stone into a stepping goal. Jesus, you are my breath, my heart's desire. You turn the ashes of my past into a choir. Lift my voice, lift my soul in your love. Redemption takes the sky. Jesus, in the choir's echo, I hear the call. Your mercy beats like drums that rise and fall. Then the mountains peak on high. Jesus, your grace is a river that flows through me. It washes every dam, sets my spirit free. In this
In your name, I find my place.
I thought I had to find God, but He already knew where I was. Before I made a move, before I made a sound, there was a voice already calling me out. I was waiting for the right time to change, fix my life, rearrange my ways. Thought I had to clean it up first before I could say your name. Carrying guilt like it's proof that I don't deserve the truth. Kept delaying what I knew. You were already breaking through. I thought I had to reach your side. Didn't know you crossed the line. God called me before I responded. Before I fixed what I wanted. Before I knew how to pray. Before I even could say, Jesus, I need you now. Oh, you were already around. God called me before responded. I was running in my own direction, calling distance self-protection. Every step I tried to take still led me to your reflection. Not by effort, not by pace, not by earning love or grace, but by something I can't deny. You were there the whole time. I thought I had to say it right, but you heard me through my life. God called me before I responded. Before I fixed what I wanted. Before I knew how to pray. Before I even could say, Jesus, I need you now. Oh, you were already around. God called me before I was thinking I was late, like I missed a moment, like I had to prove something just to own it, like I had to climb just to get noticed. But you were there before I even focused. Not reaction, this is initiation. Not my move, this is your creation. You didn't wait for my confirmation, you moved first, that's revelation.
What if love starts before I try?
Whoa.
What if grace don't wait for my side?
Whoa.
What if everything I thought was late
Was already written in your time.
you call me first?
You chose me first.
You chose me first. God called me
Before I responded,
before I knew
I was wanted.
before I saw what you
See, you were already choosing me. Jesus, you said my name before I stepped in the frame. And now I finally understand I was always in your plan. Before I spoke,
You called,
you called.
you called.
Before
I moved,
you saw,
you saw. God,
you started it all. There's a version of me nobody sees. Behind the words, behind the smile, there's a part I've hid for a while. I learned to show the better side Filter truth, control the light. Say I'm good when I'm not okay. Keep the worst of me locked away. Built a version safe to see, something they would believe in me. But underneath the surface line, there's a war I keep inside. I thought if you saw it all, you'd turn away, you'd let me fall. But Jesus knows the version I hide, the parts I never let outside, the thoughts I try to bury deep, the nights I couldn't fall asleep. Jesus knows the version I hide, still looks at me and stays beside. And now I don't have to pretend. He sees me fully and calls me friend. I was scared of what you'd say if I let the truth escape. Every flaw, every doubt, everything I hide about. But you didn't step away, didn't ask me to replay, didn't say be something new. You just stayed and saw me through. Not the image, not the role, but the reality of my soul. Jesus knows the version I hide, every shadow locked inside, every moment I denied. Still he never left my side. Jesus knows the version I hide, and he didn't run or decide that I wasn't worth his grace. He met me in my hidden place. What if being fully known is the place I'm finally whole? What if nothing I conceal changes how your love feels? You see it all, and you say, Jesus knows the version I hide. Now I'm done with all the lies. Every mask falls to the ground when I know I've been found. Jesus knows the version I hide, and I don't have to divide who I am and who you see. You already know all of me. No, no more hiding, no more divide. Jesus, you see inside.
I wasn't saying yes, but I wasn't walking away either. Somewhere between doubt and belief, that's where you were meeting me.
I kept you close, but not too near. Enough to feel, not enough to hear. Said I'd follow one more day, but never really chose the way. Half in truth, half in lies, half surrender, half disguise. Living stuck between two sides, calling it just taking time. I thought you'd leave if I delayed, but you didn't walk away. Jesus waited in the middle of my maybe. Didn't rush me, didn't hate me. Stay right there between my doubt, never forced a way out. Jesus waited in the middle of my maybe, when my faith was feeling shaky. Now I see it was in space. You were standing in that place. Hey, hey, I thought I had to choose it clean, black or white, no in between. But you met me where I stood, in attention I misunderstood. Not demanding instant change, not condemning all my ways, just a present, steady, real, teaching me how truth can feel. Not in pressure, not in fear, but in knowing you were near.
Jesus waited
In the middle of my maybe, didn't rush me,
didn't break me.
stayed right there between my doubt till I figured my heart out.
Jesus waited
In the middle of my maybe, when my faith was feeling shaky,
Now I see it wasn't space.
you were standing in that place. Oh, what if doubt is not the end? What if it's where truth begins? What if you don't walk away when I hesitate? You stay right
Jesus waited
in the middle of my
maybe.
And that's what finally changed me. Not the pressure, not the fear, but knowing you were here.
Jesus waited
In the middle of my maybe, now my answer's finally steady. Not because I forced my way, but because you chose to stay.
No more maybe,
No,
no more maybe,
now,
no more maybe.
now, no, no more maybe.
Jesus,
Jesus,
Jesus.
ooh, you don't go. I had nothing left to say. Words disappeared before they formed, like my voice couldn't reach anymore. Oh yeah, I used to pray without a pause. Now I don't even know where to start. Every sentence feels too small for the weight inside my heart. I tried to speak but nothing came, just empty space inside my name. So I sat there saying less, thinking silence meant distance. I thought you only hear the sound, not what's lost and can't come out.
But Jesus spoke into my silence,
Right where I stopped trying,
right where words were gone.
you were still holding on.
Jesus spoke into my silence.
Didn't need me to define it. Now I know even quiet cries
Are louder in your eyes.
I was waiting for a sign, something clear, something defined. But you met me in the still, where my thoughts were standing still. Not demanding I explain, not expecting perfect pain, just a presence I could feel, more real than anything I'd reveal. Not in noise, not in display, but in what I couldn't say.
Jesus spoke into my silence.
When I lost the strength to fight it, when I didn't know how to pray, you were already making a way.
Spoke into my silence.
Through the quiet, through the violence of the thoughts inside my head, you said everything instead.
without words. Now I'm not afraid to find it, even when I say nothing. He's already listening. Jesus spoke into my silence. Turn my stillness into guidance, and I finally understand. He was speaking all along. In the silence, oh, you spoke. Jesus, you spoke.
I didn't even know how to explain it. But somehow, you already knew. Thoughts too heavy to translate. Feelings I can't articulate.
I tried to say it out loud, but the words just wouldn't come out. Like my mind was miles away from what my heart was trying to say. I rehearsed it in my head, every version left unsaid. So I stayed there quiet again, hoping you'd understand. I thought silence meant a wall, like you wouldn't hear at all. But God heard what I never said. Every thought inside my head, every fear I tried to hide, every tear I kept inside. God heard what I never said, even words that never left. Now I know I'm not alone. He understood me all along. I was waiting for the right phrase, something clear, something safe. But you didn't need that from me. You saw deeper than what I speak. Not the sound, not the tone, but the places I don't show. And somehow you answered me before I even believed. Not in language, not in form, but in something way more warm. God heard what I never said, every weight I couldn't express, every doubt I buried deep, every night I couldn't sleep. God heard what I never said. Oh, didn't need a single breath to reach the place where I was. He already knew enough. What if I don't need the words? What if silence still is heard? What if everything I feel is already known and real? You heard me. Woo! Without sound. Without sound. God heard what I never said, and He met me where I
thought if I kept moving, I wouldn't have to face it.
Every step faster than my thoughts,
Trying to outrun what I brought. I stayed busy, stayed distracted, filled my time with every action. Different roads, different pace, still couldn't escape my place. Change the people, change the scene, still the same inside of me. Every mile, every turn just made something deeper burn. I thought distance was enough, till I heard something come through.
when Jesus said my name, I stopped running.
Every excuse turned into nothing. Every place I tried to go led me back to what I know.
Said my name, I stopped running.
Didn't need to keep becoming something I was never meant. I just stood where I was set. I was chasing anything loud, so I wouldn't hear it out. But your voice cut through the sound, like it knew where I was found. Not a shout, not a demand, just my name, clear and direct. And in that moment, everything lost its power over me. Yeah.
Not the noise,
Not the noise,
not the rain,
just your voice.
just your voice.
In that place,
When Jesus said my name, I stopped running.
every fear started falling. Every lie I tried to believe couldn't stand next to what I
When
received.
Jesus said my name, I stopped running.
Now I know I wasn't nothing. I was known before I ran, always held inside His plan. Always held inside His plan. What if I was never lost, just avoiding what it cost? What if calling me by name was the moment everything changed? You said my name, I stayed.
When Jesus said my name, I stopped running.
Every wall turned into something that I didn't have to hide behind. When I knew that I was mine,
Said my name, I stopped running.
now I stand where I was coming back to from the very start. Called by God, known by hope. No more running. You said my name, Jesus. I stayed.
I kept trying to fix myself before I faced you. Every flaw I tried to erase still showed up in the same place. Oh. I told myself just give it time. Get it right, then you'll be fine. So I worked on every side of the things I tried to hide. Rewrote habits, changed my pace. Tried to clean what I could face. But no matter what I did, there was always something too far, like I miss where you are, like I had to rebuild me before you'd even see. But you stepped into the mess, didn't ask for something less, didn't say come back and prove. You just stood inside the truth, not the version I could fake, but the one I couldn't shake. But God found me in the version I couldn't fix. Every fear, every doubt I coexist with, every place I was ashamed to show was the ground where your grace would grow. God found me in the version I couldn't fix, didn't need me to remix it. Now I see it wasn't about change, it was letting you step in my place. What if broken isn't wrong? What if it's where you belong? What if everything I fight is the door to something right? You made me there. God found me in the version I couldn't fix. Now I don't have to resist every flaw I tried to erase. Here's the proof of your grace. God found me in the version I couldn't fix, and that's what changed everything. Now I stand in what is true. I didn't fix me, you did. Not fixed, still love. God enough.
I wasn't easy to love anymore. Not even for me. Somewhere along the way I changed into someone I couldn't explain. I got colder than I used to be, built walls nobody could see. Every scar turned into stone, till I felt safer alone. I pushed people far away, said I'm fine but couldn't stay anywhere that felt too real. So I buried how I feel. I thought love had limits too, like it would run the way I do. But Jesus stayed when I became hard to love, when I stopped believing I was enough, when I changed into someone I didn't trust. Hey, he didn't walk away from us. Yeah. Jesus stayed when I became hard to love, didn't leave I didn't say it out loud, but I was acting like I didn't need God. Built my life like I was in control, like I was the one holding my soul.
I made plans like I wrote time, moved fast like it was all mine. Every choice, every move, I was trying to be the proof. Said I didn't need a guide, kept the truth pushed to the side. Called it strength, called it growth, but I was sitting on a borrowed throne. I tried to be what I'm not meant to be, something only God can be. I tried to replace God, but Jesus stayed God. Even when I acted like I didn't need God, even when I felt like I could be God, Jesus stayed. I tried to control life, but I lost control. Tried to hold everything, but I lost my hold. Tried to be the source, tried to be it all, but Jesus stayed God. Yeah, I was moving like I own breath, like I wrote life, like I dodged death, like I set the rules, like I shaped fate, like I didn't need a higher place. But reality cut through the noise. Every step proved I had no choice. Didn't build the ground, didn't spin the sky, didn't wake myself, didn't choose this life. I was reaching for a throne that was never mine. I tried to replace God, but Jesus stayed God. Even when I ran, even when I fought, even when I thought I wasn't enough, Jesus stayed God. What if I was never meant to lead? What if I was made to need? What if letting go is right? What if God is still God? Still God. Still God. Still God. Still God. I tried to replace God, but Jesus stayed God. Now I finally see it clear. I don't have to hold it all. I was never meant to see it. But Jesus stayed God, and that truth set me free. I don't have to be the source, I just have to believe. Not me, not God, Jesus still I thought I had to change first, before you could love me. I kept delaying what I knew, trying to become someone new. I made a list of everything I thought I had to fix in me. Every flaw, every mistake, every habit I should break. Told myself just one more try, get it right, then you'll be fine. So I kept you at a space till I felt worthy of grace. I thought love was something earned, something given when I learned. But Jesus didn't wait for my change to love me, didn't wait till I became something worthy. Right in the middle of who I was, He chose to stay, He chose to love. Jesus didn't wait for my change to love me, didn't need a better
You love me first.
You stay. Jesus didn't wait for my change to love me. Now I finally see it clearly. Every part I tried to fix was already in His reach. Jesus didn't wait for my change to love me, and that truth has set me free. Now I stand in what is true. I am loved because of you. No wait, oh, no delay, no, no delay, no, Jesus. No wait, no delay, Jesus.
You stayed.